Hello everyone, and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank you so very much for joining me today. If you're new, hello. If you're returning, thank you. I've been forgetting to say that, so thank you. Okay, so today I'm going to bring you guys a few FOs. I have a few FOs, more than one. Maybe two, so like two FOs. No more, I have at least 5 that I can just think of right off the top of my head. That's exciting stuff. Okay, so I have some FOs, several whips, I'm sure some rambles, so that's why this is called Crochet Ramblings. So, there you go. Okay, so excuse my voice, I'm pretty wiped out. I've been told to stop doing this by a really sweet friend of mine, to quit pushing myself. And I completely agree, and so I'm trying not to push myself. But I wanted to get on here and show these just so that way, well, one of them I need to give away. A couple more I want to have a question about, like what I need opinions on, okay? And then, I don't know, mostly just to get on and say hello. And I'm just now noticing that there's sunlight peeking through right here, and it's driving me bananas, so I'm sorry about that. I got a different chair. There we go, maybe. Now, as long as you don't fall. If you fall, you're gonna tumble and I'm gonna feel bad. Anyway, I got me a different chair for comfort. We're trying to, stage the house to sell it, and so this chair is normally in my living room, and then I got another cool piece of furniture that the guys brought in for me and helped me set up, and so I'll show that soon. I know I just had a craft room tour, or yarn room tour. It's already different, so, but I had help, so okay. So, because I've felt so fantastic lately, wink wink, I've been crocheting a lot, because that's what I do. So I whipped out a shawl yesterday with some of the best yarn that I've used to date. It came in my Mary Maxim box, and it was like everything I could do yesterday not to order a Mary Maxim mystery box, hoping that I would get this yarn. I searched the internet, I could not find it. I do not know. Yeah, it's the one whenever I got 2 different shades of this. One is gray, one is this insanely pretty, like native turquoise sapphire, like this. Oh, okay, I'll show you the colors and then I'll show you what I made. These are the colors. See, I knew I wasn't going to do it justice at all. It just looks gray and like a navy color. This is so pretty. It's like, just like if you think real turquoise, like, well, not real turquoise because it's not that bright, but just like that, like, oh, I don't know, that really good turquoise, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. It's beautiful though. Like I said, once again, we've discussed the lighting in here. My whole house is dark. My husband has promised me really cool things in the new house, and so pinky promise, the lighting will be better, and hopefully you guys will actually be able to see the actual color of yarn. But I'm telling you, it's like that good, like, just like, it looks like a Crayola crown almost, like the turquoise. It's so bright and so pretty. Anywho, and it's so darn soft. So this is the one that I couldn't pronounce. It's German, pretty sure. I will put it in the description, because if any of you know where I can find it, that would be fantastic. Like I said, I searched the internet high and low for a good 12 minutes trying to find it. I could not find it on Mary Maxim. I looked at this website. It's the, or what is it? I saw that. Let's see. Woolworth.de, which I'm guessing DE would be like Denmark, maybe? I don't know if that's right. So, yeah, I don't know. I tried to do that. I tried to just do like a search for Woolworth and this yarn and the number and the name, and if you could help me, much appreciated. Anyway, it's this. Said I'll put it down below. Each ball I had 3 of this beautiful color and 3 of the gray. They're 100 grams a piece, or 60. This is I'm guessing meters. Yeah, this is number 2557, and it's so soft. I'm guessing it's the number 5. Pretty bulky, pretty chunky, but it is delightful. Okay, so I whipped this out yesterday. I did my usual and didn't like color control or stop at the end, so this is all that I have left of all of it, because I didn't have enough to go back another row. So it's gonna look kind of weird with the coloring, but it's for me, so it's okay. I made myself something. Alright, here we go. Oh, sorry, Madonna. My ends aren't sewn in right there. Alright. Okay, here we go. And it's a good size, like for a good, shawl. Obviously, I'm not going to wear it this way, wear it the other way. I'm planning on just keeping it here and then just using it as a lap blanket, though, whenever I make these videos, because I'm cold-natured, and even in June and July and September in Oklahoma, I wear a hoodie, so it's what it is. But anyway, so you can kind of see where it stopped and started, but I think it gives it character, and who doesn't like character, Okay, so I said, so I used 5.5 I guess, skeins on this. This was my question. I thought about making a border. I was going to do it with this yarn. This is the Mainstay Velvet. I'll just show you a sneak peek. I was going to do it with this. It's not quite the same color. I'm not real matchy-matchy, so it doesn't really matter. But it wasn't right. Like, this is so soft all on its own. And then with this wasn't as soft. Like with the velvet, this wasn't as soft. And so, so anyway, so I took it out. And it's just this. But I love it. And I did the the pattern, I guess, that I used is the tutorial that I will link, because I used it twice, or I used the same pattern in 2 separate ways, I guess. It's the Fiber Spider. I believe it's just the Easy Breezy shawl, but I didn't do a skip, what would you call it, like a window row. I just did all solid rows. So like I said, I could have a blanket to snuggle or a cute shawl, but it's probably gonna go right here. Yep, that's nice. Okay, so you guys may not see it, but it'll be in 90% of the videos. So once again, I will link this below. If anyone knows where I can get it, please help me out. I love this yarn. Okay. Just set this right here, I guess. Everything moved around. I don't have a whole lot of room for stuff. Okay, so this is, like I said, what I was going to use as the border. I was just doing treble crochet, and it looked really cool, but this is so much softer, and it was taking away from the other yarn, and that yarn is too cool to be taken away from. So here we go. Okay, so this is the Mainstay Velvet, and the color Blue Multi. Mainstay's pretty simple about their names. I appreciate that. There are 80 yards, or 73.1 meters, 8.6 ounces, or 243.7 grams. This is a 6 bulky. It suggests you use a 9mm knitting needle or 8mm crochet hook. I used my 9mm for both the shawl and for this. So this, I'm starting a shawl, I got to here. I have one more to like complete it and connect it, but I could go ahead. My thoughts are, okay, this is what I have. It looks weird, but it's not. It's just how I'm holding it. I don't know, maybe it is weird. I mean, there we go. Anyway. Okay, so for this I used Fiber Spider also, but I just did all window rows instead of solid. I did the very first solid and then did all windows. So I have enough, or I don't have enough, but I could just like connect it. That's kind of my thought. Then I'll have to buy another skeiny yarn. My thought was to buy more and to make it like a really nice shawl, like really, because it's insanely soft and warm. But then I thought it'd be kind of fun as like a, what are they called? Like a neckerchief. I don't know, whatever they're called. But like this with a shirt that matches, okay? Like a black shirt. That's pretty good, right? It's really soft, and you could do like a really cute pin, or like a really cute something, like a drop, something like you had like this, and a really pretty like black dress, like a tank, like a spaghetti strap, say, black dress, and like a really pretty pin that holds it together with like a drop something that came down your back. Just saying, accessorize. I go to Walmart. I guess I could rock that at Walmart. Anyway, but yeah, so I thought about adding more, but I kind of think I just like it like it is. So, and if you guys have felt this yarn, you will know how luxurious it is. I feel like I need a pillow out of it. It's so good. So check it out if you've not. Like I said, this is blue multi. It's like blues, turquoise, purples, greens, all the good colors, all the good colors. So that is my second. So it's kind of a whip, but I think I'm going to consider it an FO because I really just kind of like it is. So, okay. So, okay. Sorry, my throat's getting weird. I have to time out. Coffee break it. Just like Saturday Night Live. Time out. Sorry. Sorry, I try not to do that on these. I know a lot of people like show their coffee and all that stuff, but I try not to like show myself drinking. Okay. Every now and then though, we have to have a Linda Richmond coffee talk moment, and you guys have to talk amongst yourselves. So okay. This is a baby blanket that I made for a friend that I just found out that she's pregnant. She's very excited. So yeah. Anyway, this is the Secret Yarn Krista, or see, I could remember her name. I couldn't think of her channel. Krista at the Secret Yarnery. It's her pattern for the like granny spiral or whatever, the round and round. Will be linked below. This is it. So it's just a baby blanket. My husband picked out the colors. It's the Big Twist cornflower blue and the Big Twist white. And then I just did a granny square chain two. Is it a chain two? Yep, a chain two, so it'd be kind of like loose, but also I hope no fingers or toes get stuck in it. She's obviously having a boy. Anyway. So I need to get this to her, but I also have a little bit. I'm wanting to make her a hat, obviously. I've been wanting to make booties for a while, and I kind of want to make her a little set of moccasins because that just sounds like a whole lot of fun. So that's what I have so far on that. I'm going to move this because my legs are getting hot. Between both of those, it's too much. Okay, let's see. Since we're doing FOs, let's just get them all out of the way. What do you say? I guess you can't say anything, so yeah, let's just do that. All right. So as you guys know, I've been making things, or maybe you don't know. If you don't, now you do, I guess. I've been making things for the women's shelter. These are just some scrunchies I've made. I have a whole bunch more, but it seems obnoxious to show them all to you. So I'll just show these. This is with the Bern Velvet. I don't remember the color because I haven't had the little ball in a while. But anyway, so yep, it's just an elastic, and I did double crochets all the way around until it was good and scrunchy like. I've made, I don't even know how many of these, a few, because they just take like 5 minutes to make. So anyway, but they're in a new spot. All my donate stuff was in the tub on top of that white shelf that I didn't really like. That white shelf is no longer in here. It's very exciting. It's so pretty over here, but I'm not going to show you guys yet. I'm going to do that as everyone helps me and we finish out what needs to be finished out, because I'm like so close, but I don't have the energy to do it. So I'm gonna wait and we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be cool. So stay tuned for another yarn room tour. My gosh, it's getting a little ridiculous. But as I'm packing everything else up, I got to have 2 new pieces of furniture, aka this really cool rocking chair. So alright, and something else, but I can't show you. So Ramblings, that's why it's called this. Sidetracked, because that's what I get. So I mentioned whenever we went on my last trip to Louisiana that I got I was making a blanket. Everything's gonna come tumbling down now because I moved the main things. Anyway, that I was working on a blanket and I was using the, oh gosh, I guess my husband and my son went and bought me more of it. There we are. These right here. I'm trying to point on there, like these. You can't see it on there. Anyway, these right here, the Red Heart Super Saver in a color. It's not favorite stripe. Anyway, the neon pretty one. Bright stripe. I knew it. Okay, bright stripe. So I started this on the trip. Just a giant granny, we all know how I like granny squares. They're just mindless, and that's my favorite thing. I did this and got to just look out at the pretty green trees and everything. You didn't have to really think or look. So okay, so this is one skein all the way to where? To here, to where I did 3 rows of black, and this is just the big twist black. So I made it that far, and I did these right here. Then I had this much of the second skein, and I did 3 more rows. Okay, so then I started making, because I didn't have a whole lot left, and it's plenty wide enough, but you know, it's granny square, and so it's not quite long enough. I still want to do a rectangle granny, but I don't know why I did. I guess because I was in the car and I didn't want to look at a tutorial, but anyway. So my thought is to add to the length, because the width is just fine. So what I'm doing, I started making granny squares, just like this guy, and then I'm bordering them in black. There are 5 rows, just in case. 5.5 hook per usual. It's an I believe. Anyway, I'm doing 5 rows, and then doing 1 row of black. So this once again is just the big twist black. And then I'm doing one with 6 rows just in black, and I'm going to alternate them like so, maybe, okay, at the bottom of this blanket, maybe, so like this, sort of, you get what I'm saying? Alright, so it's going to be like this at the bottom of the blanket. That makes no sense at all. You'll see it. I'll get it done. I'll show it to you. So I started doing those with what I had, and then, like I said, my husband and my son, so dang sweet, came and surprised me with these 2. So now, I changed the whole game. I'm using this for one of my shades for Nan's Next Knot, so I was trying to like save a little back just in case, and then they brought me those, and it was a total game changer. So my plan is still to add these here squares, and I'm going to start with the colorful one instead of the neutral, so like this, okay, across, and then on this I'm going to do 2 rows of granny squares. So then the next one will alternate, and it'll be like this, and then the colorful one on either side of the granny square. I don't know if this is making sense to anybody. Fingers crossed, just one person that's like, I see it. Okay, so anyway, then after that, after I do the 2 rows of granny squares, I'm pretty sure it's like 4 or 5 granny squares. After I do that, the 8 to 10 squares, 2 rows, whatever, I want to do the granny stitch where you just go back and forth. I've never made one of those before. I always do granny squares or like a granny shawl or whatever. I've never just done back and forth. And I have the yarn to do a really pretty blanket that has been on my list for a long time. But I think I'm going to start with this one. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to do the squares, and then just with this, just back and forth for like several rows. And then I'm sure once again I'll end it in black. And then I think I'm just going to do like, I don't know. I thought about going all around it in a black border, but if I do that, then I mean, I'm sure I will probably once at least, just to tie it all together, you know, glue it to make it make sense. So anyway, that's what my brain is currently working on. My imagination blanket, I guess. So anyway, all right. So thank goodness I have more yarn for it, so that's awesome. Yay. I think it's going to turn out really cool, because it was going to be like a decent size, but now it's going to be pretty cool. And my husband and I have discussed that whenever I showcase it, we must showcase it under a black light, and I like that idea, so stay tuned. It may get wild around here, who knows. So also, something that should be showcased under a black light. Do you like my segue? I'm getting pretty good, huh? Me and old Johnny Carson, just saying. Just kidding. Okay. Johnny Carson is the man, by the way. I feel like everyone needs to know this. Alright, so this is my gnome that I'm working on. I am not finished, so therefore I will not count it. It's part of my gnome for the holidays that I'm doing with my sweet friend, Miss Donna. So, this is just what I'm working on, so we're going to consider it a whip, and we're barely even going to talk about it. But, Winding Road Crochet came out with a new gnome that is a crochet gnome. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna make it, okay, but I didn't want to use the same colors that she wanted to, or is using. I'm going to make it like my own thing, so it's gonna be like a mini-me type gnome is my plan. So this is my gnome body with its black stretchy pants and its lime green shirt. And then this is what I have so far. This is her hat. The black light, red heart, black light yarn also, like I said, feel like should be showcased in black light. So whenever I get these 2 done, maybe we'll have a black light party. We'll be like alt knots, have black light party. Ooh. Okay, so ta-da. Alright, then here's her shoes, because obviously her shoes must match her hat. Accessorize, okay. And then I have other plans for her, but that's all I'm going to show you guys right now, because like I said, this is part of a collab that I'm doing with my sweet friend Donna from Gavin Grammy, our gnome for the holidays. Although this one isn't really a holiday gnome, this one's just gonna kick it in the background from here on out, pretty sure, because she's gonna be crochet. How fun is that? So I already have ideas for how I'm gonna make her yarn bowl. She has a yarn bowl. In case you guys haven't seen the pattern, I'll link the pattern below. But yeah, it has a yarn bowl, and then she's like crocheting a little blanket. So I'm gonna use all my favorite colors for those things, and so I'm excited. I've been loving working on the gnomes. They're so much fun. Okay. My throat. I'm so sorry. Okay, my last thing that I want to show you guys. I did a crochet with me in Ramblings the other day. As of right now, I haven't posted it. I don't know which will be posted first. So there's that. But this is the blanket that I'm working on. or was working on in that, and I'm obviously still working on. I'm using Big Twist in the color olive. Is it just olive? Olive green. And Big Twist magenta together. So I know that sounds weird. I can see where you're like, okay, but just trust the process. Per usual, trust the process. Alright, so I picked those two. And then I'm using my K or my 6.5 hook. Is it gonna... I think it may have like adjusted to where you can see that. That's exciting. We're starting to focus. Phone's getting better. Yay. Okay. So anyway, 6.5 hook, and I'm holding the two yarns together. So the olive and the magenta, and then it is making it like this. I'm using double crochet, but it looks kind of like pink camo almost. So, like I said, whenever I made my Crochet Ramblings video, this is how far I made it. That is how far I still am. So, just gonna be like a little blanket. Nothing fancy. But I just thought it was really cool how it kind of looks like pink camo almost. And you could do this and make one of those super cool headbands that I've discussed before. Just pointing that out to the group in case anyone wanted to use those colors. I just thought I don't know, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna see. This may look wild, and I really like how it's turning out. I like the holding the two colors together thing. I haven't really done that very much, but I want to make, I feel like you guys know how I am about a rainbow. I want to make a rainbow blanket, but hold like black with each of the colors. So like red and black, and then orange and black, and then yellow and black, and make like a really pretty blanket. Life goals, part of the 5-year plan. So I always say whenever it's like, maybe one of these days, Alice, one of these days. So that's my thing. Maybe one of these days I'll get it done. So it's added to the 5-year plan. So anyway, so that's what I have to show you guys. Thank you for listening to my Crochet Ramblings. Thank you if you've crocheted something or knitted or done a craft. Let me know what you did, because I know a lot of you listen and do things, so let me know what you're working on, because I like to hear that, because I like to get inspired from you guys too. So also, once again, this will be in the description. If you know, please let me know where to get this yarn. It is absolutely delightful. I was bummed that I couldn't use the rest of this, and we have to make a cool little amigurumi dude, perhaps a monster, Starlight and Stitches type monster or something. I don't know. This is just like absolutely delightful yarn, and I love it. Also, I kind of don't want to use it up because then I don't have it, so it's the weirdest thing ever, but I like it. And it's so warm. Oh my goodness. It's just so good. I wish you could see how pretty it is. It doesn't do it justice at all. But anyway. So thank you guys so very much for listening, and for staying, and for hanging out, and for coming back. And if this is your first time, now you know how much I like to ramble. So welcome to the club. So I hope you guys have a wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. And I will talk to you soon.